to the objective.
We have lost Objective Edward. We have taken Objective Freddy.
Fucking hell.
We have taken Objective Charlie.
We've taken the objective! Enemy bomber, up there!
As if.
We have
Fucking
lost
bullshit, man.
Objective Duff. We have taken Objective Apples.
Throwing grenade! Watch it! Grenade out! Watch your head! Like a good live grenade! Patching me up!
Fuck off! Fuck that, I get him then.
We have lost Objective Freddy.
Objective lost! Get up!
We have taken objective Duff. We have taken objective Freddy.
Objective taken. It's coming.
We have
For you.
lost objective.
First aid.
You fucking nonce.
Take down first aid. First aid for you. That's an enemy shock trooper.
So, man.
Halfway there, we have the upper hand. We have lost objective Edward.
Objective lost to the enemy. Don't give up, boy.
We have taken objective Butter. We have taken objective apples. We have taken objective Edward.
Right. Run.
We have taken objective Charlie.
Quit it. Gun him. Let's capture that objective.
We are losing objective Edward.
All you got.
We have taken objective Butter.
That ammo's for you. There, first aid.
We have taken objective Duff.
We've taken the objective. Running scared.
We have lost objective Butter.
Bad news, lads. We've lost an objective. Come us home.
We have taken objective Charlie. We have lost objective Fred. We have taken objective Freddy.
That's the objective to capture. There's some first aid. Thank you. Take this. Next ammunition.
We have lost objective Duff.
Our enemy is taking our objective. The objective. You hold on to it. We're right there. First aid, use it. Take the ammo.
We have taken objective apples.
To his heart. You're bloody heroes. Look out! Machine gun! There's a grenade for him. Come on, lad.
We have lost objective butter.
First aid boy.
We have taken objective Duff.
Good work! Much appreciated. There, first aid for you. First aid, get patched up.
We have lost objective apples. We are winning.
Throwing a grenade. Tank, over there, one of theirs. One more. First aid, get patched up.
Yeah, got a battle pack. Yo, yo.
Feindliches
Ja.
Flugzeug!
Huh?
Vorsicht, Panzer! Feindlicher Kavallerist, da drüben!
Return to the combat area.
Hmm? Yeah, man. I'm on this new map still, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Turbo boy? Ah, see. Mm. Mm. Yeah, man. Cypher. Yeah, man.
We are losing objective Charlie. We have lost objective apples.
Haben eines unserer Ziele besetzt.
Bastard.
We have lost objective Duff.
I got fucking stuck. Cunts.
We have lost objective Butter.
Fuck you, mum.
We have lost objective Edward.
Das Ziel ist verloren.
Fuck off.
Flugzeug gesichtet.
Halfway there, we have the upper hand. We have taken objective Edward.
Hier, erste Hilfe.
We have lost objective Edward. An anti-vehicle kit is available near your location.
Für dich, Kamerad. Erste Hilfe.
We have lost objective Charlie.
Erste Hilfe, greif zu, Mann!
We have lost objective Duff. Return to the combat area. An enemy armored train has arrived.
Fuck!
Feindlicher Sperr gesichtet.
We have lost objective.
Fuck off, I'm shooting right at the pussy.
battle. We have taken objective Charlie. We are winning.
Panzer! Panzer gesichtet, aufpassen!
Ja. Ja, Mann.
We are losing objective Edward.
Not still in this game, guys, man.
We have lost objective Apples. We have lost objective Duff. We have taken objective Butter. We have lost objective Charlie.
Yeah, man.
Look in your reach.
Yeah, man. No, man, so I'll carry on. I'm just chilling for a bit, man.
That's all right. Hey, look, I'm hopeful about it. I expect a little more.
Michelle is a teacher, and Michael is a partner in a progressive architectural practice, trying to introduce more innovative design into the area. But it's his own project that's his most adventurous to date.
I've wanted to build my own house ever since leaving university. This is an opportunity to go, I've physically done that, you know, to use my knowledge to build something for my family.
While driving round the area, Michael and Michelle stumbled across a 3/4-acre site for £80,000, with rather good views down a hillside to the sea.
You know, we used to come to holidays a lot as kids, so it has a huge draw for me, a lot of good memories.
There's an element of coming home. There is, yeah. It came with an ancient blacksmith's forge that used to serve the local community. Despite looking ready for demolition after a century of battering from the weather, Michelle and Michael were captivated by it.
The blacksmith's cottage is a huge element for me. The idea of bringing that building back to life and the fact that it's stood here for such a long time.
Yeah.
I think there's something quite magical about that.
So what are you building?
So it's a house that's in two different parts. We're going to restore the old forge and then build an entirely new curved shed that's hidden from the road.
Horseshoe.
Yeah, and horseshoe on the side. Yeah, horseshoe on the side, and then we're using corrugated metal to roof it.
I'm trying to get a fix on this. It's going to be a restored blacksmith's forge.
Yeah.
With a horseshoe.
Yeah, let's not push the horseshoe, but
on its side.
Yeah.
It won't be easy combining repair, conversion, and new build in one project. First, the old forge's unstable stone walls will be repaired, underpinned, and rebuilt by Michael's own hands. He'll then extend it by 13 meters, with matching recycled stone. The end gables and the front will then be externally insulated and rendered in lime, a protection against those harsh Atlantic winds. And there'll be triple glazing throughout. At one end, there'll be a full-height bedroom and bathroom. Next, Rudy's bedroom, a guest room, utility room, second bathroom, and office space. They'll all be capped in a reclaimed slate roof to finish off the old building. Behind it will sit the new horseshoe extension, built over several levels to fit the sloping site. A sequence of great glue-laminated curved beams will support a roof skinned with corrugated metal. A timber frame will be insulated with straw bales, and then clad with more timber and white render. A new entrance will be formed in the corridor between the old forge and the new horseshoe extension. It'll open onto a kitchen and dining area, with a separate sunken living room at one end. Above the kitchen, a platform snug for grown-ups will offer those astonishingly good views out to sea. While at the other end will sit the first floor master bedroom. The new horseshoe extension is big. The question is, How well will it sit against the old building? And how conspicuous will it feel in this conservative and rural part of the world?
You're going to be building this? Yeah, there's a good bit of it I'm going to be building.
Which is quite a scary thing.
I have no actual, knowledge of how to technically put
Yeah, we
things
talked
together.
about this last night as well. Michael's intending to put the timber frame up by himself.
Well, with my friends. Theoretically, I know how to do it. Practically, I've never done it.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
But,
The architect tests himself.
Good for him.
Why build a house if you're not actually going to build it? And, this is...
I'm with you there. However, for such an ambitious project, they don't have much money to play with. How much is it going to cost?
137.
Yeah, around
It's
about
our
150 mark.
so we don't have a huge budget.
Given that you're also incorporating an existing...
It's ridiculously tough.
Where does that all come from?
Savings.
Yeah.
And a mortgage.
How long do you expect it to take?
A year.
Okay.
We have to be in by next Christmas. I promise Michelle that.
Then what happens if he fails?
Divorce.
But they are committed to an optimistic, hands-on schedule of 12 months and their bare-bones budget. So, excavation for the foundations of the new horseshoe extension begins. Exciting, isn't it?
My excitement is definitely tempered by fear as well. That's really this stage, yeah.
This is unknown territory for
It
you.
is very much. And the next stage is above ground level. It's all good.
Having shifted tons of earth, Michael's now in a position to take the lead and get stuck into as much of the restoration and construction work as he can.
He didn't sleep last night, he was so excited.
Really?
Yeah. It's a realisation of a lifelong dream for Michael. He's been itching
Why did we get that?
for this moment
Yeah?
for about 10 years.
He's like a pig in muck today. You can see him striding around the site with, fully in command.
Oh yes, he's really excited. I'm actually a lot more moved by this than I thought I was going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Moved, what, sort of emotionally?
Yeah. It's a big deal.
Actually, the level grade somehow happens somewhere there. There has to be, I suppose, an added emotion, obviously, when it's not simply being handed to a contractor, when it's you and Michael making the place.
Makes it much more of a challenging project and much more exciting because we're not entirely sure how it's going to go. With Michael being so hands-on with...
Do you think he's going to be okay about that? He's going to be... Will he rise to this?
Yeah. Oh, he will. I think grim determination will get him through.
I'll see you some Tuesday. However, for the next 8 weeks, the Atlantic weather delivers its worst. Michael battles on, but the hard graft takes its toll, and he soon realizes this is simply too much for one man. So he drafts in Mark, a local builder, to help him underpin the crumbling walls.
20 inches to 2 foot thick the wall is.
But basically, these walls have got no foundations. The structural engineers committed us to putting foundations on them. So the only way to do it is you have to dig underneath the existing walls.
It's clearly a dangerous process, so Michael wisely allows the more experienced Mark to do the bulk of the work, 1 metre at a time.
That's tough work, like. It does look a bit dodgy. I've actually said I'm going to come out every afternoon to make sure he's not buried under the walls.
After digging out short sections at a time, the cavity beneath is filled with concrete to support the old forge walls. But Michael is no slacker. He's reluctant to bring in heavy machinery, and he's lowering the forge floor 1/2 metre just to retain the ceiling height by himself, with only a wheelbarrow and a pickaxe.
It's an incredibly hard job. By the time the year's over, I'll be the fittest I've ever been. Is there any kind of pleasure I can take from this pain that's in my arms?
Picks and shovels are cheap, but they are woefully slow, and they are not efficient. Is it better to get a gang of guys in with 3 diggers and just makes the job, or is it better to use the hand tool to craft something other? My problem is that the hole which is dug by hand looks no different to the hole which is dug by machine. And there's nothing like digging to understand just how amazingly productive machinery is. It's just bloody hard work. That's all I'm trying to say. It's just bloody hard work. But for Michael, that's the point. So much of this work has been really low tech. Yeah. You like that?
There's something great about, actually physically getting involved in the work. I can't lay blocks. So, but I can do the work of a mini digger. With a pick and a shovel.
Yeah.
And
but it can't be economical. I mean, your time as an architect has to surely earn you more money than you're saving digging out soil from that building. So you're doing this for romantic reasons.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah.
It is noble and it is romantic to take the path Michael has chosen. This way he feels he completes his architectural training, but I think it asks too much of him.
If I'm going to build my own house, I should man up and just do it. So that's what I'm doing. It is blooming hard work, but it is fun. And if it stops being fun, then I'll have to think twice about what I'm doing now.
Hive from British Gas. It's good to be home.
From Christmas Day to Boxing Day, share a large gammon joint, half price at just £3 per kilo. Sainsbury's, live well for less.
All kids' bikes with free build and storage until Christmas. That'll beat Frog Attack 2. Archie might actually get off the sofa.
Up to 20% off all TomTom sat-navs. Got to be James's directions. If it can tell its left from its right, it'll be a dramatic improvement.
15% off all Nextbase dashcams and Pioneer stereos. Well, that's Emma's gift sorted. She can record her journeys whilst cruising to the sound of the techno beats.
For a range of great gifts this Christmas, visit Halfords now, in-store or online.
This looks safe. Dave! Maybe he can slide me. I was sliding ahead. Inside my limousine! Yeah! How are you going to get it on that? It's a good jump. It's getting ready, you can tell. Oh, you come. Go with me now!
In a world that's trying to turn you into someone new, One Hair Color has spent 50 years helping you be you. Nice and easy. We only make natural looking color. So even in revealing light, it doesn't look like hair color. It looks like it's 100% you. And isn't that the most beautiful part? Nice and easy. 50 years of color as real as you are. And keep your color gorgeous in just 10 minutes with Nice and Easy Root Touch-Up.
Give a gift full of personality with Vistaprint wall calendars. Save 50% at just $7.99 when you enter promo code GIFT at vistaprint.co.uk. Order by the 21st of December to get it before Christmas.
Daddy, Daddy! What does gift gaff mean?
Gift gap is... it's the power to be in control of your own destiny. You will
stay on the same plan for 2 whole years.
George, that's a long time.
If your plan isn't flexible,
I need flexibility.
At Gift Gaff, we don't do 2-year contracts, just flexible plans. So come join us. Gift Gaff, the mobile network run by you.
Just can't wait for Christmas. At Argos, buy one get one half price on all jewellery, on top of all our other offers. And save an extra 15% on Matt Sargent's foot care gifts, like the Shawl Velvet Smooth Teddy, only £21. Plus get this PS4 Slim with Lego Star Wars and Minecraft for just $239.99. Buy online today, delivered to you today. Go Argos.
Every tree has a story.
A tree that hugs you.
And a history that can span centuries.
Brown the apple from the original Brown the Apple Tree.
Ardler Hanlon goes on a quest to find the winner of the Tree of the Year competition.
Oh, you could live in it.
You could. Tree of the Year with Ardler Hanlon. Saturday at 8 on Channel 4.
If money is no object, then what do you buy your children for Christmas?
There's 82,000 Swarovski crystals on here.
Step inside the world of the luxury toy makers.
I just wanted them to look like our clients, who are invariably very beautiful. I didn't want a pretty housekeeper.
Who will do anything to perfect that bespoke gift.
A luxury supercar for kids.
Of course, Andy, we could probably sell the Audi. We'll take them home.
120,000 euros.
It's incredible.
The world's most expensive toys, next Thursday at 9 on Channel 4. Hi, from British Gas. It's good to be home.
Michael's strategy of single-handedly trying to build a house for him and Michelle is proving to be slow and perilous. The old forge is hinting that it might fall down before they've had a chance to underpin it.
I'm worried that we'll lose a corner of this building, because there's a big, bloody big crack here, and this one coincide with cracks on the outside. You know, if it's cracked all the way through, there's very, very little I can do with it. The worry is, you know, there's not an awful lot tying that to the building. If it's not structurally sound, that lump of wall could come down.
The foundations for the horseshoe extension aren't exactly racing forwards either. Michael only has Mark to help him.
The only noise you hear is the noise of a wheelbarrow. It's on the current now. It's a nice, relaxed way of working. Wouldn't it be amazing if we went back to a way of building that was, you know, everything took 5 times as long and cost twice? It's going to be cheaper this way.
Michael's determination to make the curved horseshoe extension fit the rising contours of the field is also making life difficult.
You're not building on, but building into, and you're adjusting the levels of the building to suit the levels of the site as you go. If you started again, would you have simply made life easier for yourself and thought, instead of doing all these different levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, would you not have just sort of stuck it out on stilts at the back?
The idea is that it works in the landscape, whereas, you know, if
it follows the shape of the hill.
Yeah, if they'd done it the way you're talking about, it would just dominate the landscape. And this is an area of outstanding natural beauty, and just one you wouldn't have got planning for, and rightly you wouldn't have got planning for. And it's not the type of architecture.
I'm asking the same question after you've lived here for a year and you've been up and down all the steps, you know. Again and again and again and again.
This is one heck of a task for essentially just 2 men working to a project budget of 150,000.
The project is immensely complicated. I mean, it marries the vernacular, the crumbling old rubbishy buildings bought with brand spanking new contemporary architecture, conservation with ecological construction. The building has 7 different levels, and at the same time it has to disappear from the roadside, and yet at the same time embrace this extraordinary, beautiful, big, majestic landscape of the North Atlantic. I mean, I would say that was biting off more than you could chew. By spring, they've already munched halfway through their 1-year schedule, but they're way behind. Michelle is at home looking after Rudy, so only Michael and his builder Mark are on site.
The new blockwork walls, doubling the length of the old forge, are now up. But the underpinning just couldn't save the unstable corner.
It got to the point where it wasn't safe. So I had to cancel putting the roof on. Take the wall down, which was painful emotionally, and also painful mentally.
This has all cost them weeks of added labour and a fair bit of stress, plus an extra grand out of their budget. The rubble stone walls at this end of the forge are supposed to be visible internally, so they need to be rebuilt in stone. This extra work means paying for an extra pair of hands in the shape of builder Tom. But only Mark has ever built a stone wall before.
So Mark is going to give us all his knowledge. He's going to pass it all on in the next 4 hours on how to build stone walls. Alright? That's right. Do you have 4 hours worth of knowledge?
To save money, and to make the new stone walls as authentic as possible, they're using stone from part of the old forge that was pulled down. When you build a stone wall that will be visible and scrutinised, each stone must be hand-picked and carefully positioned. It is slow work.
You're lucky if you could do 2 metres in a day, you know, you're going well. No such thing as a bad stone wall. A stone wall is a stone wall, and you can't say it's built wrong, because a stone wall's built. If it's built out of stone, it's a stone wall.
In late summer, a key part of Michael's design for the new build extension has to be harvested. The straw bales which will insulate the curved walls. Not only are they cheap, they're sustainable. He's getting them from a local farmer.
What length are they going to be at? Just over the metre. Perfect. I'd say this is probably the first time Victor's ever cut straw for a house. I'm trying to source everything as locally as possible. Ideally from everything coming from Northern Ireland, but even better than that, if it can come with, you know, within a 6 or 7 mile radius of the house. Brilliant.
This admirable championing of sustainability and local sourcing brings with it, however, its own problems.
I actually haven't worked out where I'm going to store them. I'm hoping he's not just going to give me them today and expect me to drive off in the van with them.
It's now just weeks until Michael and Michelle had planned to be moving in. The walls of the old forge have been rebuilt, but aside from a few steel anchoring plates for the glulam beams, there's no sign of the horseshoe-shaped extension. After months of juggling work between the site, his practice and his home life, Michael has sort of hit the buffers.
For the last 2 months, we've done nothing on site. It's just really been abandoned. Simply because I just don't have the time. I'm flat out in work. And then any time that I do have, I'm spending it with Rudy and my family.
I think theoretically he thought he could take as much time out of the business to do this project as was needed, but realistically he can't. Last night he came home and he had been in the office all day, and then he had to go out straight from the office, which is quite often the case to the site, because something needed done and he's trying to keep all the balls juggling. And when he came home, he just came and banged his head on the table and just said, "What's happened to my life?"
Michael and Michelle will have to stay in their small rented flat for much longer than intended. It's something of a wake-up call for Michael.
You know, it's become obvious that I can't do as much as I wanted. Like, you know, I could have kept going and not known my family and been living in this big, massive house with people I didn't know. We made the decision that I'm not going to be the builder. I'm not going to get to build my own house. We'll just get a contractor and finish it.
And that's exactly what they do. In the new year, a new team of builders crack on with the rebuilding of the forge, externally insulating the walls and cladding the new pitched roof in reclaimed Welsh slate.
We find them in a reclamation yard. The fact that they are quite old has left them with a lovely texture.
By the spring, with the original schedule now a distant memory, Michael has a new attitude towards the project.
No. Like we're still not firing on, but we're going at a pace that I'm happy with. It's a pace that doesn't cause me any stress. It's just a nice way to work. Right now, it's fantastic.
You going to be a builder? There's more money in being a builder than an architect.
The new, relaxed pace continues over the summer, and by September the Old Forge is beginning to look like a habitable building. Just as well as Michael and Michelle have some exciting news.
We're expecting our second child in February.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about that.
Yeah. We know how horrendously difficult the first year is going to be.
It's got almost 5 months to get this build completed. Yep.
Ready this way? There's now more reason than ever to get this home finished. But the horseshoe-shaped extension that will form half of this house has barely been started. The colossal glulam frames that will form the backbone have still not materialised on site.
Wow. That is shape, isn't it?
Instead of ordering them in from Germany, Michael has laudably gone with a local craftsman, William, who works almost single-handedly.
How do you find this man?
He was doing the glue lamps for a practice I worked for previously.
Is this Scandinavian too?
Yeah. You have to work with a very good quality timber for this process, and it just can't be any old whitewood.
Made from spruce, finger-jointed then glued together to form a 23-layer wooden sandwich, each curve will be over 10 metres in length and will stand nearly 7 metres high.
Oh, there's your glue lamp, look!
Each sandwich of timber and wet glue must be lowered and clamped onto a very large wooden jig. It'll then set to form an immovable and immensely strong curved beam.
I suspect this is one of the most delicate of all operations to get right.
Oh, bloody hell, it's been broken. One snap. If we'd got these from Europe, they would just turned up on the back of a lorry, and because William's making them, because I'm watching it, you have more of a sense of how difficult it is.
What about that little split at the top there?
The one that's clamped that lock and back down and again. It's just that one happens to be up at the apex, that highest point.
Yeah.
And the glue's still a little bit wet.
Yeah, so how long before the glue sets?
And the heat all depends on heating that there. Generally 24 hours.
When do you expect these to get on site? Because I need to book my next visit, you see.
We need to book your next visit. Book it for January.
Yeah.
January should be okay.
Years after they began the project, the restoration of the old blacksmith's forge is almost done. But the glulam beams are still not on site, and Michael is himself partly to blame.
William, who's making the glue lamps, I foolishly gave him another big job. Our clients come first. We've got about 15 glue lamps. The other build's got about 120. He won't make them until that one's absolutely finished. The implications are, if they don't turn up by the end of this month, we will be getting close to running out of things to do.
Hard business decisions aside, I'm starting to wonder, when will Michael and his growing family ever move into this place?
British Gas. It's good to be home.
I think the funniest skip I've ever got is a unicycle, and it got wrapped up, and the only thing that got wrapped up was the seat.
Did you ask for a unicycle?
No.
I can just imagine a small Alfie thinking he got he got one wheel.
What, I'm going to get the next one next Christmas?
Where do you think you come from? With an Ancestry DNA kit, it's easy to find out. We'll compare your sample with our worldwide database to reveal the different places in your family's past and map your unique DNA profile. You'll see all your results online. Order your kit today at ancestrydna.co.uk.
We don't do things like that around here. We do things proper. It might look like a little bit of glitter, but what we're going to do is choose the starting points. However hopeless, no matter how far from Harrogate it may take us. And why? Because this, my friend, is Brutopia. This is proper. This is Yorkshire.
A lot of love goes into our chocolate. Thornton's, pass the love on. At Currys PC World, we'll help you get it right this Christmas. With 10% off mark price on Intel Windows 2-in-1 laptops. These HPs with Intel Celeron processors at $229. Or move up to this HP Pavilion 15.6 inch. With full HD display, B&O Play Audio and Intel Pentium processor for just $349. Save £10 on this stylish and compact HP wireless all-in-one printer, complete with a £25 instant ink card. Get up to 25% off compact cameras like Lumix Super Zoom, Sony Bridge and Instax Instant. At Currys PC World, we start with you.
Up to half price on all kids' bikes with free build and storage until Christmas. Well, Big Frog Attack 2. Archie might actually get off the sofa.
Up to 20% off all TomTom sat-navs. Got to be James's directions. If it can tell its left from its right, it'll be a dramatic improvement.
15% off all next-based dashcams and Pioneer stereos. Well, that's Emma's gift sorted. She can record her journeys whilst cruising to the sound of the techno beats.
For a range of great gifts this Christmas, visit Halfords now, in-store or online.
What's this? A box. It takes worn out things and makes them better. Want to see? Yeah.
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. Energizer Eco Advance, our #1 longest lasting alkaline battery, made with 4% recycled batteries. That's positive energy.
Small shops are really important because they give you a sense of community, they give you a sense of trust. It feels like an extended family away from your family.
They add character to the high street and charm.
With my local shops, they know precisely what I'm after, to the point that they will text me even after I leave to say, I've got this thing in for you, I think you'd love it.
I partnered with American Express to discover some of the amazing hidden gems of our high street. To discover more, search Shop Small.
The parents of 6-year-old John Benet Ramsey say there's a child killer on the loose.
The most important thing is to go where the evidence takes us.
We're rebuilding key rooms that relate to this case. This has never been done before.
The case of John Benet Ramsey, over 2 nights, starts next Thursday at 9 on Norfolk.
British Gas.
It's midwinter. The giant Glulam frame for the new extension is still not on site, so once more work has ground to a halt. Michael and Michelle are expecting their second child imminently. They have no choice but to move into a larger, costlier rented bungalow.
We had hoped to be in the house before moving over to Keane, but we had to just accept that that wasn't going to be the case. We've taken this on a 10-month lease, so we're quite ambitious to be in by the end of the summer. We'd like to be in by August, September. So here we are.
But this new deadline comes under immediate pressure. Fate has dealt a cruel blow to William, the craftsman producing the Glulam beams for the house.
Unfortunately, William had a fire in the workshop, and that put him back both on this job and other jobs, and I can't wait. I can't wait that length of time. And when it became obvious that I couldn't get a firm deadline, I had to go with somebody else. You know, I didn't have an option.
Michael needs now, more than ever, to provide a house for his family. So he contracts a new Glulam manufacturer, a medium-sized family-run business 1 hour away.
So we need to put a temporary race in the gear so we hold this up.
He sets them a delivery deadline of just 3 weeks to help propel the project towards completion by September.
We really wanted to make sure that we were able to do the job, we were able to take it on board and take it from start to finish within the time scale to do it. It's quite a quick turnaround, so we have 8 guys in the workshop working on it.
And turn it around quickly is exactly what they do. 3 weeks later, the glue lamps finally arrive.
Yeah, that's my glue lamp frame. I've been waiting for them for 1.5 years. I want to go and touch them, but I don't dare because they look kind of precarious. I'm nervous now about it becoming reality. It has to fit. It'd be lovely if you put the glue lamps up and you said, I can now relax, but still got to build half a house.
The accelerated pace has cost Michael an additional 21,000 on top of his original budget of 150 grand. To be solid.
He seems pretty happy. He's eager to get the wrapping off the beams and actually get a look at them.
Yeah, that's lovely. They're stunned. So definitely.
The glue lamps are not the only new arrivals.
The size of the family has grown somewhat.
Michael now feels he can take time out from the project to spend with Michelle and their newborn Anna, trusting his team to put up the ribcage frame. Weeks later, the frame is up, and Michael and Michelle can now appreciate the size and the drama of that longed-for horseshoe-shaped extension.
Amazing.
Holy ghost, this is a big house. I'm quite awed by it, if I'm being completely honest. It's hard to believe that I ever worried that this space wasn't going to be big enough. And now I'm going, how are we going to fill this space?
By midsummer, the pace has increased dramatically. It's good to see that the new extension's stud walls are going up, and that the building is being skimmed out.
Since the glue lamps have gone up, everything's just all of a sudden took off. In the last 3 months we've done more work than we've done in probably a year.
Good heavens. No, it's really rather magisterial. Yeah. And the spray foam, considering the building is, a mixture of low impact materials and stone and ancient and the regeneration of an existing building and straw bales, how do you feel about putting
It's not ideal, but it's a great instrument, and it's just a compromise I have to make because of budget.
The curve of this roof has led Michael away from more sustainable insulating materials. He's spray foamed between all the roof purlins, although his flat walls receive a more ecological treatment. How much were all of these?
It's about 80 a bale, so I think if my straw was about 400 quid.
That's good value compared to any other instrument. Yeah, the only difference is, of course, you've got to build it all thicker. There's a cost, isn't there,
in a low energy house, one of the most expensive bits is the insulation. And so if you can reduce the cost of the insulation, you can get the price of the house down.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Next layer.
Next layer.
This is your backup tip.
What are you implying? Michael has to be on site almost constantly, as well as running his business. Michelle, meanwhile, has given up teaching and has had to step back from the role she wanted on the project.
I can only be here or be in work because Michelle's at home with the kids. We never
life, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we never thought that that's what the way.
That you fall into those kind of
really traditional. But it works at the moment, and we need something that works at the moment to get us house money.
How often are you doing also?
Not as often as I would like to have been in the last couple of months. By the time we get dinner, bath and bed done with the newborn baby,
you're falling into bed yourself.
You're going out between 9:30 and 10:30. That's it.
I can't stay up till 10:30. Come on, it's 9:30 to 10:15.
It's a battle between the traditional and modern way of thinking and living, represented in the tensions between the old and the new here, the traditional forge versus the new curved horseshoe extension. This clash of shapes, however, is nothing new. No, the Parthenon in Athens is a rectangle with a triangle on the top. What's the people? With a cross, with a drum, and a hemisphere on top of that. Michael's house on the left is a square with a triangle, and on the right-hand side a truncated circle. What I'm saying is that buildings don't need to be complicated. We should never underestimate the power of simple shapes, geometry. But buildings aren't extruded out of modelling clay. They are slowly assembled from thousands of parts with thousands of painful decisions that generally revolve around money. Michael and Michelle have more than spent their budget here. The days of one man with a pickaxe are long gone.
The way we've done it is definitely not the cheapest way you could do it, and so I'm in phenomenal debt. We'll be in at something around 210,000, something like that, to build it.
Juggling his roles between architect, builder and father is, unsurprisingly, beginning to cause some issues.
The only thing is, I rely on Michelle an awful lot with the family, and so I'm having to make decisions without her.
Where do you want your frame set? That way or that way? Or we've got that way?
I know I've already made some that she's not going to be perfectly happy with, but, you know, we just have to get it done, so decisions just have to be made. Yeah, perfect.
By July, baby Anna is already 5 months old, and Michelle is keen to again be involved in the decisions about how the house will be furnished and decorated. Are you happy with progress?
I am now, yeah. I mean, the last couple of months I've seen it come on really, really quickly.
What happens in this big space here, other than this great rolling wave of a roof?
There needs to be something coming down to reduce the height, some kind of light.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Michelle, do you think there needs to be something hanging there?
I can imagine something
I
happening.
mean, I can imagine it hanging there, but I also think that whatever you put there, it interrupts that.
It's going to detract from
The great rolling wave.
Yeah, you know those 70s paper.
Something can be done.
Yeah.
Hasn't mentioned this to me yet,
Yeah.
but I just have that.
I've been secretly looking these up.
But what will truly alter this building is the glazing. It'll contain the spaces here and make up the great flat wall that presents itself to the harsh Atlantic across both stories. You will, on a stormy night, still see this panel deflect.
Yeah.
You'll still see movement when the storm hits it.
You don't want to be completely removed from nature.
No, you want to feel that the building sort of pulse to it, yeah? There you go. There's one window.
Another 20 to go or something.
The corrugated roof is also now off. The house is, very late in the day, weathertight. Now, Michael and his small army are working 7 days a week to try and get the house finished by September.
After I decorated Rudy's nursery, I said, you know, I'm never, ever painting again. And here I am, me and a couple of people from the office have a whole house to paint. Any given day, there's between probably 12 and 18 on site, not including myself. We'll probably hit 20. We've spent every penny we have, so no idea how we're going to furnish it.
I think the two words to describe this project are long haul. I fully respect Michael for changing how he's approached this project, going from the bare hands approach right through to employing all these people. I fully respect his desire to raise his family and his need to work in his business. But I do not know how he is going to personally resource the final stage of this project, because self-build
British Gas. It's good to be home.
Merry Christmas, Big Boy!
Jamie's back in the kitchen
Proper Lady Gaga, ready for the party.
for the ultimate Christmas feast.
Oh my lord,
From festive classics
this is amazing.
to modern day showstoppers.
Boom, you're gonna love it.
Brand new Jamie's Ultimate Christmas, Monday at 8 on Channel 4.
Blue, the new number 5, Chanel.
Lazzaro Wanted, the new fragrance from men by Lazzaro.
At Currys PC World, we'll help you get it right with these brilliant Christmas savings. These Sony Smart TVs come in black or silver with full HD from our lowest ever price of $369. Save £100 on these exclusive Samsungs. They give you everything you need in a second TV from $159. Save a cool 30% on selected wireless headphones with top brands like Beats, Sony and Sennheiser. And keep an extra eye on the road with up to 20% off these dash cams. This high-resolution neck space also has Wi-Fi and GPS for just £79. At Currys PC World, we start with you.
This Christmas, give the gift of David Brent.
What do you do? Work in office.
David Brent, live on the road. Buy it now. A man's face is not flat nor even. The Brown Series 9 is designed for this unique landscape. 5 specialized shading elements, adapting to the facial contours, gliding over your skin with ease. Series 9, only from Brown. Shop now and save up to 50% on selected Brown products.
Oral-B presents a toothbrush so revolutionary, so intelligent, so beautiful. The new Oral-B Genius in Rose Gold. It guides you to brush perfectly for whiter teeth and healthier gums forever. No wonder it's convenient. Only from Oral-B, exclusively at Boots, for better than half price.
This is Michael
Nine up.
with his brand new album,
No,
Nobody But Me.
You've been sleeping. Huh? You've been sleeping. Well.
Spend Christmas with Michael Bublé. Nobody But Me. Out now.
Your venture seems a bit wide at first. Then they can move from morning to evening. Enough is enough. Time to use fixed adhesive. With just one application, it gives you superior hold, even at the end of the day. Fixable. Helps dentures perform more like natural teeth.
Listen, the ocean, big like a whale. Eat boats, son. Articulate, a fast-talking description game.
Life River Small Shop is a beautiful art and stationery shop in Westland.
It's a tiny, tiny lingerie shop in the middle of the Peak District.
It's a brand new coffee shop. It's just opened at the end of my road. I love my local Italian restaurant. Yeah, the guy who owns it is absolutely adorable. I partnered with American Express to discover some of the amazing hidden gems of our high street. To discover more, search Shop Small.
Ardlo Hanlon continues in his quest to find the true essence of Ireland.
Look at the Irish is one of those widely used expressions, but not by the Irish. And he glanced at Irish history and Italian. Never really had much luck. Stupid horse.
Ireland with Ardlo Hanlon continues Wednesday at 9 on Raw 4 and catch up now on All 4. British Gas. It's good to be home.
Michael and Michelle originally gave themselves just 12 months to build their new home on this stretch of wild North Atlantic coast. Now, nearly 3 years on, I hope for everyone's sake it's finished. I've no idea how well they've got on. All I know is every time I visited them on this side, they've been behind. Michael began with just a pickaxe and a wheelbarrow, and the determination to design and build a house with simple architectural forms, but a complex set of ideas. Oh look, there she blows. Thank goodness, in the end, he collaborated. This looks positively exciting, because he and his team seem to have produced something of powerful, graphic beauty. From the roadside, it's difficult to see beyond the old forge building, now handsomely cocooned in insulation and render. But its new skin reaches back and ties it to the horseshoe extension, a radical wave of timber, glass and steel that pushes out to the North Atlantic. Wow. Hello.
Hi.
Good seeing us. What a surprise. It's very, very good.
Thank you very much.
Very, very tired. The last week has just been insane.
Yeah. On the outside, glazed, rendered, clad,
yep,
roofed, very sharp and very finely detailed.
Realistically, all the work was done in the last 4 months. The first 2 and a bit years was just messing about.
It was you with the pickaxe. Against the world.
They'll make us some proper builders.
Big sliders in. Yeah. There is one important thing to say about the extension. It is a soaring, dynamic and vast overhead space. Those glue lamps do their job. It's beautiful.
The thing that's striking or that's coming out the most is it's almost like a curved bone structure, like an exposed rib cage.
Yeah, a whale. Yeah, a great white whale.
That would be very fitting for this.
Yeah, almost one of the most significantly successful pieces of the building is that. It's really satisfying.
Yeah.
And it's all very controlled. There are planes and shapes and curves and that little reveal of that door case up there. It's all very, very controlled.
Yeah, this whole section, like there's bits and pieces that we've only designed in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the result is beautiful because everywhere you look, there's something to catch your attention and something beautiful to look at. And we're going to be living here and going like that.
Michael redesigned and remodeled the building up until the last minute. Not that you'd notice.
You can't do too much. There's so much going on in the house, really. The kitchen has to be very wild and calm.
Telling me there's a lot going on. Do you know what exemplifies this building for me? Is that table. What you've got is a real crazy hodgepodge. And a table which looks like you made it.
Yeah, I did. We couldn't afford to buy a table big enough for this house, so we had to make one.
This embodies Michael's inventiveness, and in the spirit of Northern Irish expediency, his determination to build a sustainable house from local suppliers. Gee, there's not a whiff of straw bale in here now, is there? No. They're all gone.
Yeah, I wanted to do a straw bale building that didn't look like a straw bale.
And so it is a straw bale building, in fact, with glazing, which meets on the corner, very little in the way of structural support. It's kind of neat.
Building's very quiet. Even the walls still make up without it. I don't know if this is straw or the thickness of the walls, but it's just such a still building.
The sound insulation offered by the straw bales suggests a sense of protection. The rolling form of the new extension shields the delicate old forge building and sets up a new, energetic intermediate space in between the long corridors. I still think this is the most exciting room in the whole house. I do, because that's bulging in from that side. And this wall is like a sort of lava flow across this beautiful polished floor. Yeah. And then you've got kids' rooms here and here. If there's nothing on the outside of the forge to suggest its age or materials, inside the stone is visible on at least one wall in the bathroom each of the children's rooms, and in Michael and Michelle's generous bedroom at the gable end.
Ah, cathedral height ceiling. And big glazing right to the ridge, which is fantastic. Yeah. Of all the rooms in the old forge, this is the one that strikes me as actually being the least forge-like. It has got, of course, this ancient wall here, but some of the others have got a much more kind of reconstructed feel about it.
There's something about this spine wall that, because it leads you through the building, it had to be different. And so every other stone wall is painted or rendered. You read this from no matter where you are, whether it's on the modern side or this side.
And it's there complete with lintels with nail holes and, the history of the thing still sort of stuck to it.
But the full-height gable-end windows suggest they may be a little more exposed than they might like.
There's a mile of road entirely visible out of this window.
I'm not a mad exhibitionist. We will have to think of a solution to the exposure at night time.
Blinds. Blinds are curtains.
I notice there's actually no door in the door frame.
Yeah.
Is that deliberate or is that just sticking it?
It's just we haven't done it.
There are some finishing touches yet to be completed, but I'm not quibbling, because this building is full of interest, daring ideas, and arrangements that deliver some humdinger experiences. And from the mezzanine upstairs, startling views of the Atlantic Ocean.
This is where you get your big view. Yeah, that's the North Atlantic, which is, I keep having to remind myself, is kind of fierce and wild and wonderful, and here you've got that contact with it, which is
It's such a song.
Beginning, you said to your dear wife, I'm going to give you a house in December year. December 2013. Did you believe it?
I did. No, I didn't. I didn't think it would take 3 years.
I don't think I believed it at the time.
No, I don't think you did either. But it was
telling you, Pips. It was an adventure.
It's been a hell of a ride.
Yeah. We did it for the crack. And it's turned out well.
But you wouldn't have placed this on your client, would you? You wouldn't recommend this process?
No, I'd recommend that they didn't go this route. But
it's probably not for everybody.
3 years later, we're sitting in a house, and we love the house. It's just been hard.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
This house is designed not just for Michelle and Michael, but also for their young children, Anna and Rudy.
He loves the fact that it's the first place we've ever had that has stairs.
Yeah, we've never lived in a home with stairs. We've gone from flat to bungalow.
Yeah.
So that's
a lot of steps. Between the levels and the old and the new.
levels all over the place.
It is so long ago, I can't remember how much you said you were going to build it for.
About 150.
And you spent about, in the end,
250. There's been times it's been incredibly tough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A year and a bit ago was phenomenally hard.
Yeah.
When we kind of committed to taking on the debt.
I think if anything, we've been really lucky because, it's made us be very, very strong.
Yeah.
We've had to be a team.
If I knew what I knew now, then I would have built something very much smaller. Even that first year of struggling to do it myself taught me so much.
Yeah, it did.
There are significant bits of this building that I did build, and
maybe that was enough.
Yeah, and it definitely it's bloody hard.
I don't think any man really can build a house like this by himself.
These two houses have become one. They are bonded together, making new spaces that are greater than the sum of their parts.
I'm very mindful of something that Michael said about the making of this place, that he could never imagine designing a building for a client that's as varied as this. He could never imagine, for that matter, building a house for a client in the way that he built this. This is an absolute one-off. It's also a very witty, idiosyncratic, highly entertaining piece of architecture. I know it took 3 years to build. I know Michelle and Michael have poured their heart and soul into this place, and I know that it isn't finished. Because for them, the adventure of living in this place has only just begun. views of the countryside, and a really ugly building.
1940s caption.
And who builds this?
Me. I will Google laying concrete and watch video after video.
They've got no professional help. They're learning everything they need to from the internet.
That's the amateur.
And they're trying to deliver this in 28 weeks.
She doesn't like the cracks.
Yeah.
How do you know that we're going to be able to do this?
Kevin, straight over to Channel 4 now to reveal the winner of this year's Grand Design's House of the Year. Here on More 4, a dog called Adam needs new knees, and be prepared for possibly the 3 cutest puppies ever in the Super Vet at Christmas.
Hi, from British Gas. It's good to be home. We're going on a bear hunt. Christmas Eve at 7:30 on Channel 4.
Going to the dogs now here on More 4. Graphic surgery and life and death situations that some viewers may find upsetting. Spending Christmas with the Super Vet.
These cared-for dogs have lived extraordinarily long and healthy lives. Celebrating extraordinary dogs. Super Vet, brought to you by Eukanuba.
Deep in the heart of the Surrey countryside lies an extraordinary vet's practice.
Right, straight into number 1. Good. Nice. We're going to stay there. Let's go. All hands on deck.
Here, the hardest to treat pets from across Britain. Ooh, ow, 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 are given some of the most advanced procedures available anywhere in the country.
I got it. Very easily put together. Built new endoscope. Like the Terminator.
The practice is the brainchild of one man, Professor Noel Fitzpatrick.
Very fashionable, very beautiful.
Known as the Bionic Vet, Noel has invented countless operations to help heal sick animals.
Some people come and they expect you to work a miracle. But most people come full of hope.
Come on, able to walk with the more theatre afterwards.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas is coming to Fitzpatrick Referrals. And for the staff, it's a chance to have some festive fun.
Merry Christmas.
What do you think of that? Yeah, what is that? It's like this stuff.
There are 2 big slides up there. Go for it.
For the patients who have to stay in over the holiday, there's also plenty of Christmas cheer.
I love people that have had numbers, so they can help out Christmas, which is really good fun. Or they get special breakfast in the morning, and then they get presents wrapped up. They so much that we do get very excited because we're all like, oh, it's nice, and so there's that for them.
Happy Christmas.
Oh, I love Christmas. I absolutely love Christmas. It's just the best time of the year.
We see.
One pet who enjoys the winter weather when it comes
with Adam, 48-kilo Mexican Malamute. He's part of a pack of 6 sled dogs owned by Colin and Andrea. And at weekends, they love nothing better than to race with them across the British countryside.
We'll be out 3-4 nights a week training. Friday we get more way to where we do the races. I'm not going to do the race for a gunner when we're racing through the forest. We'll buy 2 dogs. It's snowing. It's great. Great actually.
First time we went racing, we didn't know what the forest was. It was pitch black, it was like letting us off at night, no clear road, hundreds of kilometres. Howling. It was surreal, it sounded like wolves. So it was beautiful. We do love it.
Today, Colin and Andrea have driven over 5 hours from Blackburn in Lancashire to bring one of the dogs back to see home.
It's Adam. Come here, Adam. Adam's just turned 2. He's Malamute. And he used to look running around. Not so much now. Take him for a walk. 20 foot, and it's a sick now. So he just can't play like he wants to. And he is play.
A year ago, Adam tore the cruciate ligaments in both knees, and despite his local vet's best efforts, he's still in pain when he walks.
We went back to vets and really there was nothing more he could do for him. Apart from put him down or give him new knees. And here we are, getting new knees for Adam. I'll put him down.
So Adam Bridgehouse, please.
Andrea, Colin and their dog helper, Sammy, are hoping Noel's expertise will finally get Adam walking again.
Hello, mate. How are you today?
How are you, buddy? All right, no talking today. Not talking. Not talking today. No.
Yeah, good boy, Adam. All right, just hold up now. Here we go, buddy. The kneecap's slipping pretty bad now. You can feel it grating also with it.
Today, Noel will fit the first of Adam's 2 new knee replacements.
Oh dear. Both of them have gone downhill since I last saw it. It's a job. And you need to understand that there are potential complications. Alignment is a big issue because when the dog's on his back like this and the knee is in the air like this, and I've chopped off the bottom of the femur, I've chopped off the top of the tibia, I have no reference point. So 4 or 5 degrees off on either of them could produce a skew width knee. But please God won't. That's the biggest single risk, is me getting it wrong in the alignment. And that could happen, but you're just going to have to trust me on that. There's no other way. It's quite rare for me to see a family so bonded and nurtured with the animals, you know?
There is, just
it's amazing. But your whole life revolves around them entirely.
Yeah, that's simple.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, I commend you. Okay. All right, big guy. Hey, Bobs.
Kisses. Let's kiss.
All right, big guy.
Sad. Be good, Adam. Don't be howling and keeping all the doggies away. Right.
Into battle we go.
Andrea's hoping the new knees will be the end of the young Malamute's problems.
Sad, excited. It's been a long time, really, waiting for this. Adam's been suffering all the time. So it's a good thing. It's a bad thing because I know he's going to be in pain. But it'll be worth it.
It's 3:30 p.m. and Noel's urgently called to the consulting rooms. Harvey, A 4-year-old Cocker Spaniel has been brought in as an emergency.
Okay, hi buddy. Oh, damn. My goodness, that's horrendous.
Harvey's jaw has been fractured, and he's already been given painkillers. But the full extent of his injury is unclear.
Alright buddy, it's okay. Shh. Can you sit with him for a second? What happened?
I let him out last night to go to the loo before we went to bed, and he came back, and 15 seconds later with his face smashed up.
Well, it looks horrific.
Neither his owner, Nicola, nor her sister, Kim, has any idea how Harvey was injured.
I thought originally he'd been attacked by a fox or something.
Hooked onto his jaw from the top. Right, buddy, I know that that's real sore. And there's no other damage on him?
No.
Nothing. Okay. He must have gone tearing around and smashed into something, or else maybe something was sticking out and he backed into his jaw, but it
I
wasn't.
think that was a splinter somehow. Is it strong enough to do that?
It is.
There was a splinter.
I suspect that's what it was. Well, we gotta fix him. We can't leave him like that.
No.
Yeah, poor fella. You poor fella. Yeah, I know. You poor fella. Poor man. Okay. Alright, ladies. Give him a big cuddle, please, because James is going to take him through. Oh. Alright, that's it. Alright, mister. Don't get caught up in your crib. There we go. Okay. Alright, girls. Right. Talk to you later. We go. Stay brave. I'll talk to you tonight. Bye. You're welcome.
Noel sends Harvey for X-rays and a CT scan straight away.
Well, I qualified as a vet when I was 22 and I'm 47. I've seen most of, the injuries that can happen, but in Harvey's case, run into something in the garden and ripping his jaw off. Yeah, I don't see that every day.
He's just such an intricate part of our family, and it's not until something like this happens that you realise how precious they are.
Harvey is extremely important to me, and he's like my best friend. When I get back from school, he gets so excited, and I don't really know how I'd be able to cope without him.
Celebrating extraordinary dogs. Supervet, brought to you by Yukonuba.
What's this? A box. It takes worn out things and makes them better. Wanna see? Yeah.
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. Energizer Eco Advanced, our #1 longest lasting alkaline battery, made with 4% recycled batteries. That's positive energy.
Azzaro Wanted, the new fragrance from men by Azzaro.
Together, we can put Fred out of sight and mind. John Frieda. The award-winning serums. A few powerful drops. Frizz tamed. Your style polished. Protected. Me and John and Frizzy's serums. John Frieda.
This year, celebrate the season with a picture-perfect artificial Christmas tree from Balsam Hill. Balsam Hill uses our exclusive True Needle technology to replicate natural evergreen foliage in lush detail. This True Needle foliage is modelled after real evergreen branches. Balsam Hill trees are featured on your favourite TV shows and magazines. Visit balsamhill.co.uk and view our curated selection of trees to find the perfect tree for you. This year, bring your Christmas memories to life with Balsam Hill.
Say goodbye to long contracts and come join us. GiftGaff, the mobile network run by you.
At Curry's PC World, we'll help you get it right with these brilliant Christmas savings. These Sony Smart TVs come in black or silver with full HD from our lowest ever price of $369. Save £100 on these exclusive Samsungs. They give you everything you need in a second TV from $159. Save a cool 30% on selected wireless headphones with top brands like Beats, Sony and Sennheiser. And keep an extra on the road with up to 20% off these dash cams. This high-resolution neck space also has Wi-Fi and GPS for just £79. At Curry's PC World, we start with you.
Discover Hotpoint's Zone Wash technology and Fairy Platinum capsules to fight against the toughest dishes first time after time.
It's definitely our busiest time of year.
I just made a print at the stars as they looked astrologically on the night Charlie and Morgan locked eyes in Venice 2007.
Once we go into the real world, I just get a bit emotional at this bit.
Small shops are really important because they give you a sense of community, they give you a sense of trust.
It feels like an extended family away from the family.
They add character to the high street and charm.
With my local shops, they know precisely what I'm after, to the point that they will text me, even after I leave, to say, I've got this thing in for you, I think you'd love it.
I partnered with American Express to discover some of the amazing hidden gems of our high street. To discover more, search Shop Small.
Parents of 6-year-old John Benet Ramsey say there's a child killer on the loose.
The most important thing is to go where the evidence takes them.
We're rebuilding key rooms that relate to this case. This has never been done before.
The case of John Benet Ramsey, over 2 nights, starts next Thursday at 9 on Moor 4.
Celebrating extraordinary dogs. Supervet, brought to you by Yukonuba.
Harvey, a 4-year-old Cocker Spaniel, has been rushed in with a fractured jaw. No one knows exactly what happened, but X-rays reveal the end of his jaw has completely snapped off.
So you can see here where the front part of the jaw has been pulled down. Obviously, kind of right all impact. Poor fella.
And fixing it is not going to be easy.
Harvey's fracture was particularly challenging. It was right at the tip of his jaw. There's not a lot of bone to work with, so it wasn't an easy fracture to repair.
Noel decides to try something he hasn't done before.
So this is exactly like putting braces on a human jaw. What the wire did was give us a brace from the back right around the front to hook that jaw right up into position. For Porrick and I, that was the first time we'd ever had the chance to use that technique. I had read about it and it just seemed perfect for this particular situation. And, you know, it's very simple, but it's cool. It's very cool. I'm just very carefully cutting the wire on each tooth and making sure not to cut the central wire. Just holding everything together.
Feels nice and stable.
Rock solid.
Good. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's rock solid.
Porrick finishes off by coating the teeth in acrylic to cover the knots and strengthen the brace.
I think with how nasty that fracture was, some people may have been tempted just to amputate that front bit of jaw because the fracture was so nasty, but
that would just leave the 2 back bits moving like that.
At least, you know, that's an option. It's a tough technique to pull off, but it works.
That's a better option. Well, yeah, true.
At Christmas, the nurses see some of the year's more unusual cases.
My Labrador had eaten the whole Christmas pudding, and quite posh pudding too. The whole kennel room just smelled of brandy. It was that strong. This dog had eaten what was a turkey, eaten a selection box without even taking the wrappers off. Cats come in quite often with tinsel in their like abdomen. Most owners notice and be like, it's like a shiny Christmas pig. Just typical Christmas stuff.
It's time for Adam the Malamute to have the first of his knee operations. The ligaments around his knee are so weak, Noel is using a custom-made implant.
This knee has been specifically made for Adam, so it should fit perfect.
Noel and his engineering team have spent years fine-tuning the implant design so it bends and flexes as naturally as possible.
Okay, this is a very complex and also a very simple implant. There's a peg here with a hole in the middle. That goes on through the other side. And that goes on there. The knee can flex and extend, but also you can twist.
The engineering may appear simple, but fitting a brand new knee is highly specialized work.
It's a very artistic procedure. It demands that you think in 3 dimensions. You've got to get the angulation exactly right, or you have a sticky innie or a sticky outie knee.
To hold the implant in place, the ends of the tibia and femur bones are cut and filled with fast-setting cement.
Cement holds the stem in the bone there and there until the bone physically grows onto the platform here. Okay, we've got about 4 minutes from now to get everything right.
Noel must insert and then perfectly align the new knee with Adam's upper and lower leg before the cement sets hard.
Don't talk to me right now. I'm just dropping the implant into the cement now. The stem goes down inside the cement, inside the canal, and the cement will bond the metal onto the bone. Okay, the next moment is critical. We're about to set the rotational alignment.
Noel can only gauge the implant's alignment with the angle of Adam's foot by eye, resting it against his stomach.
I'm looking at the implant. I'm trying to get the front face of the implant exactly perpendicular to the foot. I'm rocking the knee as if it was standing on the ground. There we go, that feels better. Hold it there, Chris. That's it. Good. And the alignment is as good as I can make it with my eyeballs. I just hope it's right. Good. Please 4 metric PS, please.
It's 1:30 a.m. and Adam's first knee replacement has taken just over 3 hours to complete.
So the foot is in alignment with the knee, is in alignment with the hip. That's what we want. That looks nice. It's not an innie foot or an outie foot, it's a straight foot. Good. Let's go to X-ray. Yeah, okay, so that looks alright. No evidence of looseness. That implant's fine. Alright, good. Wake him up.
Beautiful.
So I think we're on track to go home mid next week. Good night. Get some sleep.
Finally, Noel's work for the day is over.
I finished last night at 4:30. I got up at 8:30. And I theatre between 1 and 2 a.m. I must be mental. I am mental. I'm certifiably insane.
eaten 3 minutes.
I've eaten 4.
You always have to go on.
It's mid-morning, and some tiny patients are causing a lot of excitement.
Oh, look. Oh my god, look at those little puppies. So cute.
It'd just be one piece of dinner for you.
Wendy and her daughter Bertie have brought in Binky, a miniature dachshund, and her 3 puppies.
Are nearly 6 weeks old. 2 of them are in to see the vet because one of them's got quite a bad front paw and one has slightly bad front paw. Because of the length of their body and the shortness of their legs, the Dachshunds can live without back legs, but they can't live on one front leg. So we were told worst case scenario, it would be her being put to sleep. And we were like, no, that can't happen.
And the lady with the 3 minutes of... Yeah. Alright, bye.
Now, Mrs. Ward, please.
Hello. Good, thank you.
Hello, Mum. Hello, puppies. Hi, oh, you're cute. Hello. Hello, sausage. Hello.
Why do you call them sausage?
Hello, sausage 2. Hello, sausage 3. Sausages. Sausages. Now, what's happening? What's this one called?
That one's Peggy, because that's the one
Peggy.
with the dodgy leg.
And who's this one?
The one in the middle is Biscuit.
Hi, Biscuit.
The other one, the Dapple, is Maisie.
Hi, Maisie. If you were in my life, I'd get no work done. It would be endless cuddle time, wouldn't it? So what's happening?
The one in the middle,
Yeah.
Peggy, has got quite a strange front leg.
Okay.
And then the Dapple, Maisie, has also got a bit of a strange front leg, but we feel that one's kind of straightened out a little bit more since we saw our vets. And then Biscuit seems to be the only one of the 3 that's kind of normal.
All right, sausages. Let's do a sausage race. Here we go, number 1. Off you go.
I think that one seems okay.
Yeah, that one is getting better, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
For you.
A pillow time. Pillow time. Glad it wasn't on my chest.
Okay, you hold it so I'll clean the pig.
There we go. Right.
It's like being at home.
All right, let's get off you go. Come on in. Okay, so she's okay. All right, Trouble. Here we go. Right. Okay. Well, it's not the first or last time I will see this. It's believed to occur because the flexor tendons, which do that, are too tight relative to the growth of the bone.
Okay.
And right now, this little one is growing rapidly and getting longer and longer. So if these tendons were to stay like that, the limb will become deformed. I'm very pleased you're here today and not here in 2 months' time.
Oh, really?
Because sometimes when paws curve over like that, it's temporary.
Like the Dapple.
What I want you to do with Mrs. Dapple is 4 times a day for 10 minutes. Put the wrist in your hands like that and extend it like so.
Okay.
As if you're trying to do that.
Okay.
You're stretching the flexor tendons.
Okay.
Okay? Now, with this little one, it's a whole other ball game because you're going to need more stretching than that.
If Peggy's paw is left untreated, she might need surgery. But as she's still young, Noel's hoping intensive physiotherapy will provide the cure.
Now, if I pull them over enough, and I'm just going to show you once, it will hurt. She will not like that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, She's going to have to go through that discomfort to get to where we need her to be.
Okay.
What I'm going to propose to you is that we do this.
Okay.
Because frankly, with the best will in the world, you're not going to want to do that. And that's sorry, babe.
Will we ever get her back though?
No. No. She's staying with me. She could become Fitzpatrick Referral's house pet. What fun. What fun.
It's going to be weird now. It's going to be weird at home. But hey, it's good. It's really good news though. He's thinking that it won't be surgery. It will be just intensive physio. That's brilliant. That's really, really good news. Really good news.
She's so cute. I put some little teddies on her anyway, just so that because she always came in with her litter. You keep you around, don't you? She's like, it's Christmas. Underneath the Christmas tree. What is that? Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day with you.
Well done, Adam.
It's been 5 days since Adam the Malamute's first knee implant.
Keeping me out this way. So excited to be out. Hold tight. All right, big guy.
Good lad.
Okay, buddy. He's doing very well. There's no significant swelling, which is the first big thing. He's going to have to re-educate his muscles here because they're very weak. So that's going to take a little bit of time. But he's very comfortable when I move it. Good boy. All right, big guy. Right, let's get you home. Good boy. Now, look who's there. Look who's there.
Look at you with your skinny leg.
Now.
Come on, calm down.
There we go.
It'll be at least 4 weeks until Noel can operate on Adam's other leg. But halfway through his treatment, and for the first time in a year, Adam's future is looking brighter.
It's been quite emotional. I didn't think it would affect me like it has. But when I saw him, when he come out, I'm welled up a bit now thinking about it.
Then your dad cried. Dad that never cries, never gets excited, never gets sad. I look the same.
Some residents, though, will have to wait a bit longer before they can go home.
Yo.
Tomorrow we'll be going over the top. Finally up against the Hun. So far it's felt too much like a holiday.
Yeah, Cypher.
They got the artillery, the planes.
Nothing, man.
Odds of us getting through this campaign gotta be about 25 to 1.
Things.
Them guns ain't so tough. Us boys will knock out their fortifications easy.
Yeah, man. What, yours?
French been fighting for 4 years. They say just 4
Oh.
years against the fortified German lines, and we look just like them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like an army of living dead.
Anyway.
General Pershing has ordered an attack along the Meuse.
5.
First, we must secure Shrapnel Corner, this fortified trench line here. Then we will move into their rear, take and hold this chateau. Following this assault, we will continue our push towards this railway hub and capture it quickly. This will clear the way into the Argonne Forest.
Oh, what a shot. Took his head clean off. First shot. Took someone's head. The gate was running, man. He took it off. Yeah, man, I'll take that.
Stand victorious, they are beaten. You are all heroes. You rushed into this fight and broke the resistance of this brutal foe. But it's only the beginning.
Rotted. Number 1 on our team, 92 kills, 30 deaths. On fire.
The Germans were using defense-in-depth tactics designed to lure the enemy towards much stronger rear
That's
defenses.
melee.
The victorious doughboys marched into the Argonne Forest, unaware of the deadly defenses awaiting them ahead.
Yeah, they're dug in good. So what? They got no food in their bellies. They're shivering out there.
Blackjack Pershing ain't got a clue. Hun have got bunkers made of solid concrete, guns the size of houses.
Concrete pillboxes, strafing guns, mustard gas.
At the river, I saw a dozen of us blown to fragments by a shell. The Spirit of Liberty ain't got no protection against those things.
I say it's time us greenhorns put old Hun out of his misery.
I got my bayonet fixed, my rifle loaded, and I'm ready to kill every last one of them bastards.
secured the sector. We have taken objective. Return to the combat area. Return to the combat area. We are losing objective apples. We have lost objective apples. We have taken objective apples. Return to the combat area.
I got eyes on an enemy soldier.
Return to the combat area. We have taken objective apples. Clear the sector from enemy presence. We have secured the sector. taken objective apples. Objective butter. We have taken objective Charlie.
Enemy medic over there!
We have lost objective apples.
Artillery sighted!
We have taken objective apples.
Spotted an enemy shock trooper! Machine gun! Eyes on a damn shock trooper!
We are losing objective Charlie. We have lost objective Charlie. We have taken objective butter. The final objective is within our reach.
Machine gun!
Bastard.
Remain. We have taken objective butter. Remain.
We're finished here. But don't let that shame burn you up inside. You fought with the spirit of liberty for democracy, and President Wilson salutes you. God help us.
One can only speculate what might have happened if the German army had successfully defeated the Meuse-Argonne offensive. After 4 years of war, the will of the German people was breaking and its empire collapsing. With American troops still arriving in Europe, an Allied victory would still have been likely. is in the lead.
Jetzt eine Granate! Ich werfe eine
A flame
Granate auf!
trooper kit is available near your location.
Hey, sexy.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
How you
I
doing?
thought I'd give you a quick ring. Before you went to sleep, because I didn't want you to fall asleep.
Mhm.
God.
Yeah, man. Bless you.
Mate, I'm tired. I'm very tired. Everyone is so drunk as well, like literally shit-faced. Seriously shit-faced. Leslie, like, sitting there, sipping orange wine. You've had a while, Joe. And then I went and asked the fucking waiter, I was like, can I have some water, please?
Yeah.
Yes, Dad, brilliant, use some water. Did you come back over? Bought me a glass of water. Fucking popped a strawberry daiquiri in front of me. I brilliant, you that cocktail, isn't it? I was like, yeah, cheers. I can't really say anything, but then I was like, oh, thankfully, though, I haven't really drank a lot, so I just kind of like sipped it quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, stay calm, sober, but I'm drunk.
Bless
So
you.
good.
Yeah,
To
man.
be fair, I've managed to make the same glass of red wine. That's like about 4 different glasses, right?
No way. Fair play.
I keep taking it with really different things, like robbing people's things. I go talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
So then I take it with me, like, do you want to drink? No, I can stop this up, thank you. Which is the other end of And I've still got half an hour, so I'm doing well.
Bless.
So cold though. But yeah, we're like literally at the mailbox. The kids. I'm just sat outside having a cigarette.
No way.
Just chilling. So yeah,
No way.
a cigarette, yeah, one sec. One sec.
Hello.
Our side is in the lead.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You okay, baby?
Yeah, yeah. Sound. Just,
Got to pick up it tonight from work.
Our team is in the lead.
Yeah, man. You'll have to fill me in.
Yeah, although yeah, I was going to say you're an album to sort out, but you get the run for that. But yeah, it's not ideal, it's interesting anyway.
Our side is in the
It's
lead.
good, it's good on my part anyway, so that's good.
Yeah, yeah, man.
And I got like, my Christmas photo.
Any? I was quite surprised.
I mean, because I've only been there 6 months, so I wasn't expecting it at all, like literally at all. Martin Fry came down, I've never met him before because he's based in Lugano.
Yeah.
In English, but he's based in Lugano, and he came over and then they called me into the office and I was like, oh shit, what am I done? And they were like, oh, you know, obviously you've not been here long, but we still like to show our appreciation, so we're going to give you a Christmas bonus for £500, it's off my chair. But I wasn't amazing. Like, as he kept saying to me, you'll probably get one, you know, and I was like, well, I don't expect one because I've not been here long enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we usually, if you get a bonus because the company's done well and you put towards it, it's because you've been there for the full 12 months, so to speak, through the financial year.
Yeah.
Our financial year finishes like September, technically our it's like 3 months. So I think it's really, really, really nice that they've given me that. I mean, usually, apparently, a good bonus is usually about your salary, a month and a half of your salary.
Yeah.
So for me, it'd be like about £2 grand.
Yeah.
He said, but a really good one is like 3 times your salary, your monthly. So for me, it'd be like £5 grand.
Flipping
Imagine
it.
that next year.
Ain't it though?
Ain't it though?
Jeez. I'm in my own job. I keep saying I'm in my own job.
Can't we get a job at Lightly? Then we can.
Ain't it?
Nah, but it's really good. I'm enjoying it. It's good night. Good night. It's good to mingle. It's good to meet because like, I don't get to mingle with like the London and the Manchester office very often.
Yeah.
Because they're in London and Manchester and it's like Bronx Grove, so you kind of like you know each other and that's it. So it's really good to kind of like meet and put names to faces.
Yeah, yeah. Put a face to the name right in there. Yeah.
It's good, but are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm feeling much better.
Good. How's my boy?
He's good. He's in bed.
Good. Hola. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I took him for his final walk. We got back, and he just literally crashed out as soon as we got back. I was like, wow.
I'm going to be like tomorrow. I was going to go shop afterwards as well because I know that we've got those things.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to spend tonight and we'll come back with like at least 10 or on get pizza takeaway because alright. Unless we go to lunch tomorrow, but if I go to lunch tomorrow then I'm going to need to come home, drop it off, and if I come home I'm not going to start making it back. I'll be on the right watch this way, finish at 4 and then just like go home and die. That's my plan. So, but it's all good anyway.
If you wanted, I'll just go to Tesco and grab some.
So what? Tesco?
Yeah.
That's what you want. I mean, to be fair, I've got to finish every car, so if you wanted to grab yourself a lasagna, it would be well away. Lasagna with garlic bread, we could go there,
Ain't it?
You naughty. If you do that, then make sure you get the miniature ricotta out of the freezer for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because otherwise mine take longer to cook than yours, and that's not a fake. Is she the same colour?
Okay.
So I love you lots.
I love you too. I'm missing you loads.
No, I wish you was coming home, but like seriously, I've thought about like just getting taxi to the hotel, getting my cousin and getting taxi straight home.
Yeah, man.
But my car's not there, so I won't be able to get to work.
No.
But it's all good stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna go. So I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you so much.
I love you too.
And I'll see you in there.
Okay.
Love you lots.
I love you too. Bye. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Hier! Erste Hilfe für dich! Danke.
We have almost won.
Granate ist drauf, vor und zu!
Okay.